Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl, Gracie. Yeah, I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. That gist is going to be coming up later. What I've been up to and all of that. But today we're going to be talking about something really exciting. But before we go into that, if this is your first time stumbling on this channel, hello, hi, how are you? My name is Gracie. I am a YouTuber, businesswoman, a young mom based in Lagos, Nigeria, and welcome to my channel. This is an interesting place to be in. You're welcome to join the community. All you just got to do is subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time that I drop a new video. And trust me, you're going to like it here. Today, we're going to be talking about something that every single person can relate with, especially if you're in this side of the world, Nigeria. Yeah, we're going to be talking about financial freedom. We're going to be talking about money. Yeah, it's about to get real. But wait, guys, let's talk. This whole financial freedom, everybody's just shouting online. Nobody's really talking about what it actually means. Like, what does it mean to be financially free? Especially when you're still trying to figure life out, you are still trying to get yourself to start living the stuff life. If you ask me, I think financial freedom begins when you don't panic when your phone actually rings because of a debit alert. It is being able to breathe, think clearly, and make financial decisions from a position of power, not from a position of pressure. When you can actually make those financial decisions, and yes, you're not shaky, you're not moved. I think at that point, financial freedom has already begun for you. Most importantly, financial freedom actually starts way before the millions start rolling in. It starts when you are able to manage that 10K that you have in your account now. You're able to manage it properly and see that you can be able to sort one or two and you're still okay. I think financial freedom has actually begun from there. Because come to think of it, if you cannot manage 10K, you won't be able to manage 1 million. Yes, it's not about the amount now, it's about the discipline, it's about the mindset, it's about the ability to say, I am building something, even if nobody sees it yet. You just have that peace, you know that you are building something. Honestly, financial freedom begins when you are able to say no to that cute bag. You're able to say no to that outing, that night out where you know you're going to go and spend lavishly. You're saying no, not because you do not want to go out to enjoy. You're actually saying no because you are preparing yourself for that future that you're planning, that goal that you have in your heart that you are nurturing. You're preparing yourself because you cannot afford to jeopardize your future because of a current, comfort or enjoyments. Oftentimes when people post their new house or their new car or they just say a new business and we're like, God, where will you remember me? Just chill. Let me tell you something. As long as you are earning, you can pay your bills. You can sleep at night without having to calculate you're owing this person, you're owing that person. My dear, that is the beginning of freedom. You do not have to buy a Benz, you don't have to buy a house. And the truth is, nobody tells us this early enough. They make it look like financial freedom only begins when you buy a Benz, when you begin to, when you buy a house, when the millions start rolling in. But truth is, it doesn't begin from there. It starts with how you handle the small money you have in your hand now. Especially now that the pressure is much. Social media has turned the 20s, early 30s to a competition. Everybody just wants to make it. There's so much pressure on people who are in their 20s and even 30s. Everybody just wants to, blow in code. Everywhere you turn, oh, that person just bought a house. Everywhere you turn, oh, that person just bought a car. Oh, that person just went on a vacation. And you're thinking, God, what am I even doing with my life? Refuse to be pressured though. Because I said it all the time. I say this all the time. Social media is not real life. I'm not saying that people who are buying houses and people who are buying their cars are not really making it. But truth is, nobody comes to post their losses on social media. Nobody posts the process sometimes on social media. All they just post is the outcome. We do not get to see how their journey, You do not get to see how they got to where they got to. And if you're not careful, you allow yourself to be pressured by other people's um wins, that you forget that life is a journey. God is moving with each and every one of us at different paces. Your 20s especially are not for competing, they are for building. This time is the time where you learn new things, you make mistakes, learn from them and move on. You build your dreams, your visions. And don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying stuff like or enjoyment or flexing or outings are not important. They are, but there's a thin line between those things and being distracted. You know, it just takes a little discipline to keep yourself in check. Once you have that, you are all right, you are okay. There was a time that I used to spend just to feel among, if my friends are doing something, I just have to spend so that I would look rich, so that it will look like I can actually do this thing you guys are doing. But then I had to just take a step backward and ask myself, is it about looking rich or actually being rich? That was the wake up call for me. It just made me realize that money without purpose, it just disappears like smoke disappears into thin air, and before you know it, you be like, there was a time when I used to have, there was a time when I used to have, that's like past glory. Long and short of all I've been saying since morning is financial freedom isn't necessarily about having it all, it's about being someone who can handle it all. Yeah, clock it. It's about peace. It's about confidence. It's about believing that you can achieve all that you have planned, all that you have mapped out for the future. So, whenever you see this video, I want to challenge you, do something that your future self will be proud of you for. Save something, learn something, plan something. That's how we actually move from wishing to winning. So, guys, we have come to the end of this one. If this video actually gave you that little push you have been looking for, just click on the subscribe button, click on the thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.